Are Magic, and this is Crystal. I am here to, as the title says, this is how I met my higher self. My spirit, was like, hey, won't you look up the lost books? I said, okay. So I started reading the lost books, learned a lot of information that's not taught in church. And I noticed when I would go to church every Sunday, I loved it, but towards the end, I was annoyed because it was the same regurgitated message over and over and over again. You know, treat your neighbor right, and there wasn't no meat into it. And give me money, all that. Yeah, that was always that. Money, 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 money. And I noticed with my studies, I was learning a lot quicker and a lot more on my own. So one day, my husband walked in and he was like, "You're not going to church?" And I was like, wow, I feel like I know more than a pastor right now. They're not teaching me anything. So with that being said, I go down the rabbit hole and I go on YouTube and I start researching giants and things like that. And I just kept going further and further. And then I found out the true race or people of the Hebrew Israelites, and that took me on another journey. And I got deeper and deeper. Actually, Spirit was trying to get me out of religion, but what happened is where my ego was so attached to religion, I couldn't let it go. And when I went on this other journey, I left Christianity, I became a Hebrew, and oh my God, you know, with that religion, women ain't shit. You are trash. You are beneath a dog. And my higher self was talking to me like, this is bullshit. You can't have one without the other. You can't just have men. I mean, you think there's just a bunch of swinging dicks in heaven? I mean, what's going on? So, Spirit kept leading me further and further, and you won't believe what woke me up. I was reading the Sefer. It's another version of the Bible. It has the original names, as so we think. I mean, like I said, we're actually depending on people who's lied to us to see what the truth is. So I saw in the Bible that, you know, the Most High hates religion. Absolute Creator hates it. Absolutely hates it. So this was like, I don't want to celebrate your feast days. I don't want this from you. I don't want that from. I just wanted you. So all of us going through this crap. Oh my gosh, which led me to universal law. I read universal law and I was like, well, shoot, that makes a lot of sense, you know. But when you have blocks and when you're taught that you're stupid, you're taught the love of money is the root of all evil and money is trash, and if you're rich you can't get into the kingdom of heaven. Yet the people who are teaching us that you can't get to the kingdom of heaven if you're rich has money, has lots of money, has more money than we do. You look at these mega million pastors out here, honey, they're living their best life. So what I have done is I'm going to explain to you what happened to me. So as I'm on my journey of trying to find out the truth, I'm still religious, by the way, when this happens, I start feeling like, you know what? I need to cleanse myself. I need to eat healthier. And I asked my family, I was like, hey, we should do like a weekly cleanse. And they were down for it. So I go on YouTube looking up vegan recipes and stuff like that, and then I stumble onto Ralph Smart from Infinite Waters, and I do the 7-day vegan challenge. And then he goes on, shout out to Ralph Smart, man, you helped me, you really did. So I start sun gazing. I look into the benefits of sun gazing. I start doing that. You know, Ralph Smart hooks me up to binaural beats, 432 hertz. And I start listening to binaural beats. And then binaural beats led me on another path. And they're like, hey, open your pineal gland. And I was like, oh my God, my third eye. I didn't even know what that was. So I started decalcifying my pineal gland through cutting out fluoride, drinking spring water. I changed my toothpaste to Tom's toothpaste. I started with the sun gazing and the cleansing and the meditation and all the things that I was doing and listening to binaural beats. Guess what happened? I'm laying in my bedroom all by myself, and I'm just staring at the ceiling, listening to binaural beats. And the title, I think, is like Meet Your Higher Self or something. I was like, higher self? Oh, okay. So in the Bible, it says we're already seated in heavenly places. So the Bible is coded. There is some truth in it, and it's like hidden in plain sight stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm listening to binaural beats, meeting my higher self. You know, I don't see anything. I don't even have my eyes closed. I'm staring at the ceiling. And my pineal gland decides to go, when I say it busts open, oh my God. I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, I see a face. I'm awake, by the way. I'm just looking at I see me with white hair staring down at me. And she's just smiling like, oh, I love you. And I was like, oh, is that me? And then I, the higher self, morphed into the white hair turned black, and then I turned blue. Like it's dark blue. It was real pretty blue. And I'm still smiling down at me, and I went, wait a minute, what's going on? And I'm sitting in my bed like this, and then my higher self did this to me. She smiles at me like this. She's like lovingly looking down at me, and then she goes, and I went, ah! I snatched them earbuds so fast out of my damn head, and I ran screaming out of my room, ran straight down to the man cave where my husband was. And I went, oh my God, I just saw something in the ceiling, and I'm just freaking out. And so I look up, and I was like, and he was like, what did you see? I was like, please forgive me, higher self. You already know the story. She thinks it's funny now, my ear's ringing. I was like, I saw what I thought was me, a woman who looked like me, and then she morphed into this blue bitch, and she stuck her tongue out at me. And my husband is a lot more spiritually attuned, so he knew who it was, and he didn't tell me who it was, but he is also taught through religion that everything besides Jesus and God is demon. So he's going through it too. And he says, well, you're doing that sun gazing shit and into all that stuff. You're going to start seeing shit you don't want to see. So don't do that anymore. So he jumps all over me. Don't do that. And I was like, you're right. Well, damage was done, honey. I started, anytime I would close my eyes, I would go somewhere. Like, I wouldn't even be asleep. I was like this, and just gone. And I started seeing horrible stuff. Like, I saw a dog being beaten to death by these teenagers, and all I could do was just sit there and hold it. I saw in one vision, there was this man, he was a white guy. He was standing over this cliff, and there was this ocean, and I was standing at the bottom of this cliff. You know, the ocean was behind me, and I saw him holding a baby. And I'm sitting there going like this, I'm like, what's he doing with that baby? That's dangerous, being near that cliff. And then all of a sudden he does this with the baby in his hand. And I was like, whoa, stop. So I'm screaming at this guy. He doesn't even see me. I'm screaming at this guy, and he just chucks the baby over the cliff. And the baby died. And I come back, and at this time, when this vision happened, I was laying with my husband, and I don't understand. At the time, I don't know anything about past life regression. I don't know about shadow work. I don't know about inner trauma. I don't know about this stuff. But what happened was, it was a past life regret. I had saw me die, okay, as a baby, like someone sacrificed me, threw me over the, ooh, son of a bitch. Anyway, so I get out of it, and I grab my husband, and I look at him. I was like, I don't want to see more. I don't want to see this stuff anymore. It's like, besides the scary things I was seeing, I was also seeing beautiful things. I was seeing colors looked different. Time stood still. Like I was finding myself manipulating things here in the physical realm, which also scared me as a religious person. So I see why spiritualists go back to religion, because it starts getting a little scary if you're not in tune with your shadow self. You know what I'm saying? So what happened with me being scared, and basically I just said to Creator, I don't want this. I started drinking tap water. I mean, I don't care. I started using fluoride. I literally closed up my pine. And actually I didn't. What happened was, I just wasn't ready spiritually I wasn't mature enough to accept the truth. So in turn, the all, creator, the crew, was like, she's not ready. She's not ready. We thought she was ready. She's not ready. So I was on punishment. I stopped dreaming. You know how you can, when you meditate, you have all these thoughts rushing in your head. No more thoughts. I went black, completely blank. Just, they cut it off. Okay? So it's taken me a year, basically, through study and research to reopen my intuition and to accept who I truly am. And that is how it reopened. I had to accept who I was, not what the system has implanted in my brain, that you are meant to work for the rest of your life and be poor, struggle, all these things. So I have a list here. And I'm gonna help you guys so you don't make the same mistake I did, okay? So how I met my higher self. I found out who she was through study, and it was Kali Ma, obviously, for those who already know. But I didn't know who she was. I was just terrified. So I started researching her, and I was taught she was a demon. I was taught, oh, she's evil, she's wicked, you know. Even my husband thought the same thing. And when I researched the true, not the Wikipedia version, you know, not that version, Vedic, I went deep into the religion of that, and I don't know everything about it. I just researched her because that's who came through. So if whoever comes through to me and I find out who you are, I research you, okay? Don't go all judgy and crazy. Well, it's not that she was a demon. She destroys demons. She destroys ego. She destroys all the constructs, and she is basically the holder of time. She's the void. She's the universe. She's the black mother. She is I am. Okay? So that was interesting, and she started speaking to me more, and she started talking to me more, and I had to accept her because it's me. I am an aspect, or basically a spark of her. So that's crazy that all of us have deities attached to us. We're like avatars. You know the movie Avatar? That's us. And once you know that, you'll accept it a lot better. Okay? All right, I love y'all, and y'all have a blessed day. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Peace and abundant blessings to each and every one of you. I send love, I send light, I send wisdom, I send whole life prosperity unto you and your loved ones. Have a blessed day.